a couple of really interesting stories. You can find a mentor, as you said, anywhere, and one of my biggest mentors over my 30-year career, when I first started out, I moved back to Phoenix. I'd never lived here, but I moved back here and I set up, and what are the things that you need to do? You need to find kind of your network, and one of the things you always need to do is find a dentist. So,
Right.
so I started hitting dentists, just trying to find a dentist that I liked.
Unbelievable.
This is a wild story, and this is true how it happened. I go to 4 different dentists over a period of 2 years.
You're how old?
24 years old. Just trying to find a dentist that I liked and felt comfortable with.
Stop. We have to stop this right now.
It's a true story.
So you're 24 years old, and you're interviewing dentists
I'm just going to
find
different
the right dentist.
I'm going to
now,
di-
where does that come from?
I'm going to different dentists just to see what I would like, just to see.
Well, we have to find out where that comes from. I cannot believe
Nobody
it.
interviews dentists. That's not normal.
Oh my God!
Nobody
No, that's
tries
not.
to-
Not
nobody
at
tries to-
24 years old. They're not
Nobody
even
tries
thinking
to-
about their teeth at that age.
So I finally go, and I meet Jim McDonald, who's, by the way, 70 years old now, right? So Jim McDonald, guess who one of his high school classmates was? Graduated same class, same year, Bill Gosnell.
No.
Went to Camelback High School with Bill Gosnell.
Guy's now 70.
70.
Wow.
69. So I meet Jim McDonald, and I happen to have like a 2:30 appointment. And they cleaned my teeth. I talked to Jim McDonald. I really enjoyed the conversation. So I go back to Jim, and you know what I did? I made it the last appointment of the day. So I'd go and I'd get my teeth cleaned, and then I'd sit around with Jim McDonald and Bill now for almost 30 years now. I go 3 to 4 times a year to get my teeth cleaned. I have the last appointment of the day, and Jim always clears out his schedule, and we sit and we talk.
Wow.
And he's been a mentor to me, and as a matter of fact, even within the last year, he gave me a concept that I'll just share with you right now. This is the kind of conversations that we have. He said, Craig, I'm 69 or 70 years old now, and he said, I have been doing all sorts of events and things in my life. He's a very active person. And he says, I've come to recognize that there are some things in my life that have shelf life.
Right.
And I said, what's the shelf? What's that mean? He says, well, let me give you an example. He says, I am a heli skier, and there's no place better to heli ski than Whistler. And for 20 years, every Christmas, I was in Whistler heli skiing. In the first 4 or 5 years, it was fantastic. The next 4 or 5 years was good. In the last 10 years, I've been doing it just because I wanted to do it and thought I needed to. But he said, this year I didn't do it. I didn't do it because it had shelf life value to it. It was really powerful to me. And so now I look at everything that I do in my life in regards to the shelf life. And so this is the value of one discussion with this man that I've had 3 or 4 times a year for the last 30 years. And I've watched him, so he's further along in his career than me, very successful maxillofacial dentist, has a very neat company, but in terms of just learning from somebody, he's a dentist. But he's not a dentist. He's
You
my
told me
mentor.
his story, so
Yeah.
no, you didn't tell me it was Jim. You told me the story of shelf life
Right.
in the context of 2 other things.
Yes.
I remember at the house about a year or so ago, and in fact, it was a year ago, March.
Yeah.
And so thank him for me because I've used the concept
Have you? Good.
I've used the concept of shelf life. You told me 2 other things that were wonderful too. Do you remember what they were?
I've got. So what I've been doing over the last year is meeting with, and you're one of them. I flew up to spend days with you of people 68 to 75 years old who are in transitions in their life.
Yeah.
Now, that's probably not normal. I would agree with you. Here I am, 53, interviewing 68 to 75-year-olds to go, where am I headed? Right. I always want to kind of think about, and so I'm getting at these
Sort of
little
like
pieces.
being 24 and looking for dentists.
I've been doing it, right? So maybe that's a unique ability. I'm always searching. I do have a knack for
Searching. There you are.
I'm always searching.